Hello and welcome back to another HPL playoff game between Ohio State and Ole Miss. It is me, Electric Days, and the second broadcaster, we have Pablo.
What's up?
And we also got, as our sideline reporter, we have a lot of sideline reporters for these playoff games, and it is Tiger down on the field.
Hello.
I thought Tiger wasn't there for a second, though. He got caught up with the Ole Miss fans. But anyway, let's head down into one of the most anticipated games ever since Ohio State beat Georgia. That was a crazy upset and a crazy ending to that game. And, I mean, what do you possibly expect to see out of these two teams? Ole Miss, they did win their last game, but it was looking a little off. Paula.
Yeah, their game, was it you talking about the SEC Championship game or the SEC Championship game? Yeah, it was a good game. They won the SEC. I mean, winning the SEC is always tough.
Yeah.
It's the best conference in college football, and when you win the best conference in college football, I mean, it means you're a real football team.
Yeah, and gotta respect that one as we get down to the field for the Orange Bowl, Capital One Orange Bowl, and Ole Miss will kick it off, so that means they will get the ball at half. And so Ohio State will start it off here in the most greatest game right now. It's going to start it off with a touchback at the 25, as you can already hear the crowd. In season for the offenses, we have Ole Miss is leading everything over Ohio State heading into this game. So as Devin Brown steps back and he's going to run an RPO, AJ Pitts gets stopped for a negative 3-yard gain. Ole Miss starting off very, very strong.
Yeah, Ole Miss coming out hot there. You seen the RPO, and he decided to take the run option.
Yep, and here they go. They got AJ motioning to the backfield, and then he's going to run right back out. And he's going to throw it to this little tight end right here. And it will be a gain of 11, 3rd and 2. Devin Brown did pretty good last game. He played against one of the better defenses, I think, overall-wise. Better defense with Georgia. So let's see what he can possibly do here, because this defense is also good, too. You got Chris Paul Jr. and a couple others that are leading up there in interceptions and TFLs. So
Yeah, Chris Paul Jr. is a stud.
And there they go. They're going to run it back direct. Oh, man. That had open space written all over it. AJ Pitts after the QB, not the QB direct, but the running back direct. He's going to get a first down and more. Wide open space, too, right behind the safety that fell down before the play. But at the 44, they're going to make another push down the field with 4 minutes left in the first. Devin Hikes steps back. He's going to throw it to AJ again. AJ's going to cut up, break a tackle off, and he's going to get a gain of 9. AJ, we seen in the Georgia game, too. We love to go back to that game because he showed up pretty much a lot in that game with breaking off key tackles. I mean, he is just, even though he's a power back, a really good receiving back, too. There they go. They got the other running back right there, and he's going to get a first down.
That's Jeff Cahill. That's I believe that's a 98 speed freshman corner for Ole Miss. And there's been some rumors that he could be a two-way type of player, like a Travis Hunter build.
And that's pretty hard to do, in college football, to be a two-way player. He's going to drop that ball intended for a tight end, but he couldn't hang on to it. Good play by the safety to make sure he got the ball out of his hands. And that's a 2nd down and 10. And it's going to be a screen play. AJ going to cut back in. Him being a power back and being able to run this fast is really scary for people to play against. He's been able to break off a lot of tackles. Good little run right there after the catch, and it'll be a 3rd and 3, gain of 7.
Is AJ a freshman?
Yes, he is. True
Yeah,
freshman.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. And they're going to run a touch pass, and he's read it all the way. I said 3rd and 5. 4th and 5. Brendan, he came up big, too, with the nice little clean catch in the back of the end zone. That was a very good play by him to get that win last time. But here, they're going to punt
That's a
this
good punt.
ball off.
What a
Wow.
punt.
Wow.
Wow, that was something else.
I mean, that punt right there at the 3, that is not where you want to start for your first, drive of the playoffs. Here they go in single back. Caleb down. Ooh, nice little cut back. Gain of 4. Owens.
Caleb Downs is coming off a crazy game against Georgia. He had 12 tackles and 5 tackles for loss in that game.
Yeah, he is the main reason why Georgia could not run that ball. And Caleb Downs. Oh, and there they go. And that's his teammate Hicks. And
Speed.
we was talking about it during the game, why Ohio State are really good at stopping, the run with Caleb Downs and, Sony Styles. I don't think Sony Styles is still here, but because of, Caleb Downs and the running backs, they've been really, really good. And he's going to lob this
hit.
up. And he's going to catch it! What a catch!
Wow.
Wow! Abdul Carter hits Michael Boger. And he just caught that. Wow. Past the 50, and that will be a first down at midfield or near midfield. And it's a motion to the right. And it's going to be a run with the running back. Owens, he's going to carry it down to the 24.
That last catch was reminiscent of, what's his name? Trey Harris from last year. He made some crazy catches for Ole Miss in their route to the championship game.
Yeah, and I mean, that right there was crazy. As Owens going to run again and couldn't get it. Couldn't get any yards right there. And, I mean, we talked about it so many times, with this defense and with this offense that are both playing against each other at a very, very high level of gameplay. It's just, what can you do? And it's going to be a throw to the dirt. That Prescott-esque right there. Sorry, Helson.
We're not doing that on the broadcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was very, that ball just got thrown right down to the dirt. 3rd and 10. Ole Miss motions to the left. And it's going to be not a slant, but a drag, and it will be a touchdown, Lee. Touchdown, Ole Miss, and they will put the first points.
I think we might get the broadcast copyrighted. Not sure if that song has copyright rights out, but who knows? Because that has happened before, actually.
Nah, it's got to be like longer than 7 seconds.
Yo.
Okay, well, just play it for 6 seconds.
Playing the new Leangelo Ball.
It's a fire song.
Just, wow, man.
As Caden Lee bent the corner right there and scored a touchdown.
Yeah, and that was a really good play, my fault, Pablo, for the that Prescott. You ain't say nothing after, so I just have to send my apologies about that Prescott. But 1st down and 10 for Ohio State right here. They showing up and just no blocking right there. -3, and Burnett gets the tackle for loss on this play.
Jadon Burnett just insta-shedded the left tackle right there. That was...
Yeah.
And it looked like that Ohio State had numbers on the left side of the field there, too.
Yep, and they're going to not run the ball, but they're going to pass it. Devin Brown's going to pass it to Brendan, and Brendan's going to get a gain of 10, and that will make the the short, and that will make the yardage a bit shorter as it's going to come down to the end of the first quarter. And now we're going to head to the second. Pablo, what do we possibly want to see, better coming out of this Ohio State offense?
Well, I like the way they played the first drive, taking what the defense was giving them, but they got to find a way to produce an explosive play somewhere.
Oh, and it's a pick. And this is going to be a pick six. Old Miss Daniel with the pick.
Can I get a Mick pick six?
Dallas, Texas, Daniel Demery.
And we might as well go ahead and send it down to the sidelines after that pick six. And Tiger, tell us what you heard or what you got from Ohio State before the pick six, because it was more recent.
They said we got them right where we want them, up 7. And after that pick six, that might have changed, to be honest.
Right. And yeah, that just turned the game upside down as soon as he thrown that pick right there. Just not a good play, but they're back out to the field, so they have no time to dwell on it. First down and 10 at the 25. Once again, they're going to throw a RPO. He's going to cut back in. Brandon's going to get a gain of 8. Second down and 2. Yeah,
I like that play call right there on first down, just getting guaranteed yards after the interception. Get a nice and easy completion for Devin Brown with his confidence low. Get that ice off of him.
Yep, and they're going to lob it up to A.J. Pitts, and A.J. Pitts is going to cut. Oh, man. What a man right there. What a move.
He got semi-sticky there.
Yeah, semi. And that's a first down at the 40, well, past the 50, going into enemy territory. And it's 5 minutes left in this second quarter. You're going to motion to the right with the wide receiver, and A.J. Pitts is going to take this for a gain of 5.
Ohio State's got to get points here. Can't settle for anything less than just points. Can't risk going down 21-0.
Yeah, and they're going to send a blitz, and they're going to throw the ball to the dirt.
Yeah, Devin Brown panicked there. He seen number 2 get in the backfield and kind of just tried to get the ball out and for the sack.
Yeah, I get that, and now it's third down and 5. And we're going to throw it to A.J. Pitts again. And A.J. is going to get a first down for Ohio State. And we're going to call his name a lot more, I feel like. They depend on him very much a lot. So, yeah.
A.J. Pitts might just be the reincarnation of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Or that. Yeah, he's a power back.
Yeah, but you see how he plays with him, catching passes out of the backfield all the time. He plays him as like a receiver, running back.
Sneaky athletic too.
Yeah, sneaky athletic, like a locker room guy.
Cooper DeJean.
Hard working, hard nosed player.
Here we go, A.J. Pitts. Once again, he's going to get that catch and he's going to get down for a 3rd and 2. And this man has been working this offense. You could say A.J. Pitts is the offense for Ohio State. And down at the 24, let's see what they could possibly do here. And it could have been a pass, but it's going to be a stop and a loss of 3. Ohio State will be kicking this field goal. And he's going to kick it, and it's going to go right up and in. 3-14 is your score. And I mean, that's something, You at least keep points on the board before half. They do get the ball. Ole Miss do get the ball at half, so you hope to stop them here and hope to minimize the damage that they can possibly put up.
Yeah, best case scenario for Ohio State would be to get a stop and get the ball back and score a touchdown, run the clock out of the half, and go down into the half, or go into the half down 4.
Yeah. But anything can happen here. They're going to run this counter play, and Ohio State right there once again. Stop and only let them get a gain of 1.
There was a
So
good bit of room there, but he ran into his blockers. The
that,
O-line getting in the way.
yeah, that
Not wanting
happens
to
a
see him
lot
win.
here. And they just going to let this, go down to the 2-minute warning.
You know, he just
Yeah.
couldn't swerve and bend that corner right there. So
They all got stacked up trying to cut back, and they all just got stacked up right there. Not really good when you have a really fast running back trying to, hit the holes as much as possible. And they're going to run a screen, and Caleb Downs is on it, but gets spun out of his mind. Gain of 7 right there from Owens, and what a spin. 3rd and 2. Motion to the left a little bit. And they're going to send a blitz, and it don't work. Lee is going to get a gain and more. He's going to get a gain of the 1st down and more. Caden Lee, the junior, really good drag route once again. He was the guy in motion. Now there's another guy in motion right here, motioning to the right. As the run is also going to the right, so he got a blocker in front of him. Owens is going to get a 1st down right here. 53 seconds and less on the clock right now. 2nd quarter coming down to an end, and they're going to run it with the QB, and he's just going to slide. Gain of 6.
yeah, in the last couple games we've seen a different offense from Ole Miss. They've been running the 2 QB system and running a lot with the quarterbacks, and they're just a showcase of what Michael Boger can do on the ground.
Right. And 2nd and 4, they're going to motion a man to the left, and he's going to follow. Hartford tried to tackle and couldn't do it, as he was the man that met him all the way on the outside, but couldn't do it. 1st down and 10 now for Ole Miss again. 35 seconds, and time is still ticking. No timeouts have been wasted right now. Ole Miss wasted a timeout earlier, but it really didn't matter now, as they stiff arm. What a stiff arm from Sama, and that will now be another timeout from Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss has got running backs. Both their running backs are good.
Yeah, that was really good stiff arm, and he was able to get more yards than we think. 2nd down and 2. There's going to be a motion to the left again by Lee. He's going to throw it to the Texas route of the running back, and it will be a 1st down and goal at the 6. Field goal should be a bit easy to make right there, as they're going to actually hurry up. Don't look like they're trying to go for a field goal. They're going to run the exact same thing, and it will be a drag, and it will be a touchdown, Ole Miss. Lee again, 2 touchdowns of the game, and that will make this score 21-3. 18-point lead going into the half. Unless I was about to say Ole Miss, unless Ohio State do something here.
Yeah, Ohio State right here. I don't know what we're going to do, if we're going to try to just take it into the half or get points, but points would... Looks like they're going to try to get points.
Yep, 1st down and 10. And they're going to send a blitz, and that's... Yeah, they're going to take this into the half, it looks like, with that one in. Ohio State. They have a lot of things to fix up on. They're going to call a timeout now. We're only 1 second left in the 2nd quarter. And they have a lot of things that they got to improve on to try to see if they can win this game. Third down and 18 with that QB hit, and now it is halftime. So let's go ahead and send it down to the sideline reporter. You know, Tiger, what do you possibly see from both of these teams?
Yeah. Michael Boker seems like he's gained a couple more pounds, and it's definitely translated into a couple more points. So it's a big win for Ole Miss. And then, if you're Ohio State, it's just kind of one play at a time for the rest of this game.
Right, and Pablo, what do you see coming from this Ohio State team? That they're down so much going into the right now in the third quarter.
Well, Ohio State has been able to not get anything going really on offense. They can't get the offensive line to stop or even contain the edges. Both of the edge rushers for Ole Miss, but mostly the one on the left side is killing the left tackle over there.
Yep, and it's a first down and 15 right here for Ole Miss.
You see him in a big formation
After
with
a
a
false start.
offensive lineman in the backfield.
Yeah, I know. They're going to run this ball, and he's going to get a gain of 12. Wow. Really good run right there by Amos, the senior. We've seen Ole Miss trying to, run the ball and keep this ball on the ground. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Dude, and they're going to run it again. This time it's a toss play, but Caleb Downs is going to meet him right there. Only a gain of 1, 3rd and 2.
Yeah. Caleb Downs showing why he's one of the best defensive players in the country.
Yep, and 3rd and 2. So, and it's a false start. So now we will not be 3rd and 2, and they will back up 5 yards, which makes it a 3rd and medium now. Not very good from Ole Miss. They start off the, new drive of the second half with 2 penalties already. Michael Boger just making a couple adjustments. He's going to motion somebody to the right. And wide open is Lee again, but it is a 4th down and 1. Punt team we don't know what they doing here, but the punt team will be coming out. And they're taking long to punt this ball. Oh, okay. We thought they was going to pull a Dan Campbell and
I would not have been surprised to
mess
see
it
a
up,
fake
but
there.
yeah, me too. And this man is fighting off a lot of people for the tackle. I mean, to keep running, so. But down at the 29, Ohio State first stop of the day. Let's see what they can do here. Back on offense, AJ Pitts is the main focal point of this team, but let's see if they're going to try to see if they can get other people into it now. With that happening, being down 18. Run the ball with AJ, and he can't go anywhere. -6 right there by Tyler Banks, blowing up that play. Second down and 16. Gonna hike this ball, motion back, and that's a lob to the tight end, but he is out. Yeah, the
Yeah, that
ball
was
is out.
misfire from Devin Brown.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that because the cornerback, I think that's not, yeah, that is a cornerback on the tight end. It was a bit behind him, but not too much. 3rd and 16. Tried to throw it to Jeremiah Smith, and it just didn't work. 4th and 16. With that, Ohio State just going to punt the ball right back off. And that punt
Yeah,
will go
Ohio State
right out
offense
of
just can't find
bounds.
anything right now.
Yeah, it seems like they need the defense to get them down that field. Now, Ole Miss have all control in this game, and Caleb Downs is a monster right there. Just a loss of 1 right there. Caleb Downs, he will be going to the NFL.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
There's
big
no
loss
way
for
he
him.
don't. Yeah, he will not be staying. The way how they be talking about Avery Johnson and everybody else leaving, we definitely know Caleb Downs is gone in the first round. And they're going to run a QB. And
Oh
that's a
my
legal
goodness.
man downfield. We've seen about 7 of them down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, legal
Well, he had
man.
the O lineman blocking for receivers while they're running routes.
Yeah, and that would be a penalty right there. Second down and 16. That was a key break tackle, but then he just got tackled right there. Only a gain of 2, 3rd and 14. Hicks on the play. And if Ohio State stop him here, this would show that Ohio State have life on this defensive side to stop him. It's just the offense needs to get going.
Yeah.
And they will
Oh
not
my
stop
goodness.
him. What a comeback route to Wells Jr. And that will be a catch down the field. Wow.
Michael
I
Boger's
can't believe.
making him throws right now.
Yeah, that he was running a go route but had to come back because he seen the QB in distress and just what a throw. Threw as hard as possible down the field. First down and 10, and they just stop him right there. -1. Again, Peyton Pierce, the freshman.
That's good block shed right there on the offensive lineman at fullback.
Yeah, he just ran right up on him. That was pretty good on the defensive side. But there they go. They're gonna run a running back toss. He's gonna get a spin move, but then he's only gonna get a gain of 2, getting pushed down by Abdul Carter. And the 2 transfers from Penn State came from there to come here to Ohio State. Actually, no, only 1. Kevin Winston is actually on Georgia. And they just going to throw it. Oh!
Picked. That's a big pick.
And
Ohio State can get something going on offense right here.
Yeah, hopefully Jermaine Matthews Jr. with a pick. That corner route scared me a bit because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know where that ball was going, but that was a really good pick by Ohio State now. So they're going to run this touch pass with Jeremiah Smith, and Jeremiah Smith will get a first down and more down at the 24. And
It's
that
going to be
might be
illegal
holding.
touching. It's a free play.
Oh, illegal touching. Yeah, illegal contact.
Legal contact, not touching.
Nah.
They're actually a little different, but
I'm glad you seen that because I did not see it at all.
he was in the middle of the field with Chris Paul. I think it was Chris Paul. I don't know if you've seen it there, but I've seen something.
They gonna throw gonna throw it right to the running back. I didn't see anything, because I was not looking at my screen just now. But end of the third quarter, and the most important quarter of all of football is here. Fourth quarter with only 6 minutes left until the end of this game, and let's see what we can possibly end out with. 2nd down and 3, and yeah, I seen something too. I seen what you was talking about. 2nd down and 3. And AJ Pitts gets this ball right back, only a gain of 1. I think he was
AJ Pitts is going to have CTE after this one.
I think he was talking about the crosser route to the right, I think. I don't know exactly.
It was a wheel route to the tight end. It was a...
Oh, man, I'd seen something too, but that's going to go for more. And he is gone. He is not gone. He is down at the 9.
Got to score quick here.
What a
and
run.
If you score quick here, get a stop, then it's a game.
And that's the speedy not freshman. That's the speedy senior. Another one of those speedy seniors. Just good drag route. Down the field he goes. Wow. And there they go. They're going to motion to the right. He's running full pace. And that's Brandon. Brandon's going to get a gain of 2. The junior. I mean, they need to score quickly here. There's still a big chance of them. There's not a big chance, but there's still a chance of them, coming back and making this game closer. He can't do it. It's a fumble. Chris Paul
now there's
Jr.
not.
will take this all the way back, and that will seal the game. I don't think you can challenge. Yeah, tried to challenge if that was a fumble or not, and it just didn't work. So Ole Miss will go ahead and take that back and score. That would, and it's only been 2 takeaways that mattered so much for Ole Miss. They got 2 takeaways against Ohio State, and apparently that is the factor.
Yep. Ohio State, this game is played all but over. But it was a good season for Ohio State. 11 wins and a playoff victory. So
that's a lob down to Jeremiah Smith, and it did not connect. They're going to hike and go for another play, and this is going to be this man Koji is really, really fast, but this will be a 3rd and inches right now.
yeah, he is really fast. I don't feel like we've seen a lot of him this season, have we?
No, we haven't. They haven't really implemented him into the offense. And AJ is just going to get this ball right here. And he's going to run right out. 1st down and 10.
Yeah, it's been a lot of AJ and Brandon and some Jeremiah.
That's a lob down the field to Brandon, and he dropped it. Another throw to AJ, but that will not connect. 3rd and now. Yeah, that's been the story right now for Ohio State, just not having or not being able to connect on some of these passes, or But the offense is not working at all.
Yeah, I don't know what Devin Brown's offseason regimen is going to be, but
He's just
he
gonna
needs to
run it right
improve.
now. Yeah, and that's gonna be a 4th and 12. That's a lob down to the field, and he's just gonna drop that. Couldn't catch it. Couldn't haul it in, and that's to Jarrell Stinson. He is really fast too. I think Stinson is.
Yeah.
I mean, with that, that will go ahead, and Ole Miss should be able to run out the time from here on out and end out this game.
Yeah, we might see some chew clock. Yeah, chew clock and high form. Just gotta get these 2 minutes away.
And it will be a run, and he will not get it. And it will be a 4th and 7. And I think yeah, they're just gonna punt it.
Yeah, I was wondering if people try to kick a field goal from here, but looks like he's just gonna kick it or punt it rather.
Go is AJ once again trying to get this ball, but just can't. And they at the 4. Really good punt from Ole Miss to this man. Tried their hardest, but came up short. And that throw was almost picked off. And AJ Pitts almost got a big gain right there. And wow, he's going to get a big upgrade, a big boost over this offseason. For sure of that. Wow, I'm surprised he caught that ball. Yeah, I'm surprised he did catch that ball. This man, AJ Pitts, man. 10 catches, 125 yards. This man.
Yeah, AJ Pitts.
This
is
man
the offense.
here, bro.
It's like Caleb Downs might be the defense.
Yeah, just one player is just representing both sides of the ball for Ohio State, and that's Caleb Downs and AJ Pitts. And 10 seconds and still remaining, ticking down now. So this will be the end, and we forgot to tell y'all the winner of this was going to go ahead and what in the world? All right, the winner of this was going to go ahead and get to play in the conference championship, I'm for sure. Well, I would like to say conference championship.
Play in the semifinal game
or
to make the national championship.
Make the national championship would be, wow. It will be Ole Miss versus Kansas State. That's what it looks like to be here. Now we are at the end of the game. We're going to go ahead and head down to do post-game interviews. So let's start off Coach Jackson, do you have a copy?
Yeah.
All right. So, man, we wanted to ask you, how do you feel about your next opponent? You know, heading into the next week since this game is already done.
Yeah. First off, want to say good game to the Ohio State coach. Had a good season. Won a playoff game. I can't remember if he won a playoff game last season, but obviously always winning a playoff game is good. There's only 8 guys out of 32 in the league that can make it to the second round. But yeah, Kansas State played them last season, lost in overtime. I felt like game kind of made my running back drop a ball in that overtime and would have had the chance to keep the overtime going. But I feel like I've been playing well, so I think Kansas State needs to watch out a little bit.
That's interesting. What are you looking at? You said you had some plays stashed. Did we see them in that game? Did you bring them out?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
I still got a couple more left. I think Kansas State might have to see him.
That'll be interesting.
Tiger, you got any questions for Ole Miss?
Would you say this upcoming game against is essentially the national championship game? The winner
No,
of
we
this
still
is
got-
probably gonna win. The winner of it will probably win it.
I think it's more than likely, but I mean they still got Oregon on the other side, and I lost to him last year, so I wouldn't say it's guaranteed win, but you're 50% closer to a win of the national title.
And I mean, yeah. I mean, and with that, let's go ahead and we can be done with Ole Miss. So I'm for sure, Jackson. We talk to you next time into next week as you play against a very hard user of Kansas State. And
Who said that?
let's go
he said
ahead
it was a hard user.
and head down.
Avery Johnson's last game.
All right, and let's go down into Ohio State, and let's see if we got a copy from Captain. Cap, you got a copy?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, okay. And I wanted to ask you, you know, what do you feel like you could have done better on the offensive side of the ball? Because we've seen a lot of times where your offense wasn't able to, you know, generate down the field.
I mean, there really wasn't a whole lot of what I could have done different. I tried different things, and they just didn't work out, unfortunately. I mean, he saw how I played Georgia in that game, and, you know, he adjusted accordingly. He had a decent game plan coming up. I knew the defense. They both ran the same defense, and coming in, I knew I wasn't really going to get as lucky, but it is what it is.
Right, Pablo.
Yeah, I'm good on questions, but good season. And oh, actually, I do have a question. The Big Ten is looking very different for next season. Are you excited, or what's your emotions?
I've personally been very against what is happening. I've been pretty vocal about it. I'll hold my opinions on here, but I'm not really too much for it. I'm not going to go on a huge tangent about it, though.
But
like
even
to
I was
focus on the game.
saying, but even without conference realignment, there's been some new users added into the Big Ten from spots that were opened.
I mean, yeah, there has been. We gained a lot of them over this first season, but it's just going to be the main two of Oregon, and I don't know, Notre Dame's starting to falter a little bit, but Oregon's just going to tend to be the best out of the bunch. I don't really know about the rest of them. I've seen some of them play. I haven't heard of anyone new coming in just yet.
The Steelers
I know
boy
there
and
was
Go
one
Boom.
potential one.
Yeah, Steelers, Go Boom, and what's his Big Mac took Michigan State.
I haven't
yeah.
seen them play,
Oh,
so unfortunately I can't.
Who
really
did Go
comment
Boom
on them.
take?
TCU.
TSU.
Oh, all right,
Yeah,
never
TCU.
mind. All right.
I said
Yeah,
TSU.
I haven't seen them play, so I can't really comment on how they're going to be. I mean, it's nice to always have more people in the Big Ten. Makes us look a little bit better, but yeah, I can't really tell how they're going to do. I've never seen them.
Okay. I'm done.
Right. So, Tiger, you got anything to say?
No.
All right. So, I mean, with that, that will be the end of Ole Miss versus Ohio State, and we go ahead. I'm for sure we got more games upcoming in the CFP bracket before we head to the semifinal. It would still be Florida and Oregon and Texas A&M and Miami. So 2 more games until we head into the semifinals. So I mean, with that is me, Pablo, Tiger, all in the booth, and the 2 players, down on the field of Jackson and Captain Dead. We will see you next time on the next stream. Have a nice day.